The Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, the three gunas, Satvik, Rajas and Tamas. The Lord Krishna said, all the living beings, they are born out of Prakriti. Prakriti also endows them with three gunas. Each and every person is given three gunas, Satgun, Rajgun, Tamogun. Now all these three gunas are present because nature is such that when they are born, they come with these three gunas. Now, when the person is under influence of Satvik guna, at that time he thinks of only pure things. He is attached with God. He is wanting to serve the society because he considers each and every person oneness. Because of this oneness, he or she considers that they must love each other, they must respect each other, they must adore each other. So, if that is the case, when a person is under influence of Satvik, he does only Satvik things. What are those? As I said, remembering God, they think about the contribution and growth of the society, what they can, in what way they can help for growth and development of the society. They consider that all living beings are again formed out of same nature, same God Almighty. So there is oneness. So there should be respect to each other. And Satgun also brings enlightenment, wisdom. You get to know how things are. You get to know what is the significance of life. You know actually what is life. So Satgun brings, the mind is purged from all negative thoughts and it brings joy, it brings peace. Attachment to the worldly objects is abandoned. That is the quality of Satgun. And that is what happens when a person is dominated by the Satgun. But when a person is under influence of Rajasic Gun, then he becomes very ambitious. His desire of achieving more and more, and he is motivated to do all the time some action or the other. He is action driven and attachment driven. He or she needs more and more acquisition, and they are attached with those, whatever they earn, whatever they acquire. He does not work with intention to improve the society. No. He or she does not work for the welfare of human beings, for welfare of humanity, for welfare of people around them. No, they are selfish. His desire goes on increasing with the increased ability, with the increased collection of whatever he does, and then oftentimes he loses temper. He loses temper if he fails to get something. There is absolutely no thought of acceptance. He does not accept himself as he is. Due to these tendencies, often he is afflicted with sorrows, undoubtedly. So, thirdly, when the Tamogun becomes dominant, a person totally loses his sense of direction. He does not know what to do. He becomes too lethargic even to think. He becomes lethargic to do anything, but he also becomes too lethargic even to think, even to try to find out a solution. No, he is absolutely indecisive and he gets into procrastination. He does not take up anything seriously. He also considers that life is useless. Why work for it? So these are the attributes of Tamogun. When the Tamogun is in power, this is what happened to the individual. Now, how does each of these guna become powerful? Each guna becomes powerful by suppressing the other two. What happens? Whatever your thoughts are, whatever your actions are, as per the thoughts are, so they create, they are responsible for increase of power of particular guna. Now, when the Satgun achieves power, Satgun definitely suppresses the other two gunas, which are those Tamagun and Rajas. And the person starts doing everything good for the society, good for himself, good for people to come. His thoughts are pure, his thoughts are clear. He believes that all people are one, and therefore he respects each other. Now, nature is important, and he starts respecting nature. He understands that nature is all important, and he remains attached to Almighty, not to the physical people, not to worldly possessions, but to the Almighty. With the pure thoughts and actions, they become worthy of achieving salvation. So that is the ultimate goal of people, to realize God. Those who are motivated with greed, Rajasic people, they seek worldly pleasures. They engage themselves in activities which go a long way to fulfill whatever they desire. They will do anything for that. They lose their peace. They do not enjoy peace of mind. How can they enjoy peace of mind when they are always struggling to acquire more and more? Now, lastly, when the people are under pressure of Tamagun, those are the lazy guys, lazy people, and are not able to take any decision, indecisive. They avoid working. They are confused with mind full of clutter. They get engaged in such activities which are worthless and futile, which lead them nowhere. They feel guilty, but they are too lazy to do anything. They are too lazy to find a solution. They are too lazy to approach anyone to have consultation, to have some advice. No, they laze away the time. And the more they laze away the time, the more ineffective they become. The indecision, the process of indecision also snowballs, and that makes life miserable. This is what happens. When Sattva is under dominance and the person dies, he achieves salvation. He actually achieves the form of the Almighty. But when a person dies in dominance of Rajogun, he takes birth again, and he takes birth again in those families where again they keep on working and they keep on acquiring. But when the person dies, when the Tamogun is dominant, that is worthless, then they become germs, they become kitanus, they become animals. So that is what happens to them according to Lord Almighty.